So this isn't the Force as you've seen it before. This isn't the Force of the old men or the stodgy Jedi from the films. This is a re-envisioning of the Force and a reinvention of the Force, and the Force used in completely new ways, and again, blown out of proportion, unleashed. And this character is unlike any other character you've seen before in Star Wars. Darth Vader's Secret Apprentice is in a really unique position because he is Darth Vader's apprentice, so he has no friends in the Jedi Order or in the galaxy at large, and he's a secret, so he doesn't have really allies in the Empire. Really, your only allies in the game are your droid sidekick Proxy and a love interest who's an Imperial pilot that kind of ferries you around the galaxy named Juno Eclipse. But everybody else is kind of against this character and is at odds with this character. So you really will need all of these Force Unleashed powers in order to make your way through the game and make your way through the galaxy and kind of do Vader's bidding and also accomplish some missions of your own as the story evolves. Using the PlayStation 3, we're able to integrate a number of new simulation-based technologies that really make our environments much more authentic and much more interactive. So you'll be able to do things to the environment and to characters in the environment that you've never been able to do before in a game. Force Lightning is a dark side force power that allows you to literally shoot lightning. Eventually you can get it to even chain between enemies. Force Grip is kind of the quintessential Jedi power. It's that telekinesis that allows you to move objects in the game. And here again, we're allowing you to use it in all new ways. So you can literally grab a TIE fighter and slam it into enemies. Lightsaber throw allows you to literally hurl your lightsaber at a target and do a tremendous amount of damage with a single attack. And then you can also impale enemies by gripping them and then throwing your lightsaber, and they'll actually get impaled and again do a significant amount of damage to that enemy. Lightsaber impale might be our favorite move in the game. We're really trying to portray the dark side like it's portrayed in the films in a lot of ways, where it's maybe a little bit easier, more seductive. Obviously, certainly the allure of power is there, things like Force Lightning, which feel very powerful. But again, over time, our character does evolve, and he learns things about himself, and where he begins is not necessarily where he ends. So like a lot of the great Star Wars characters, he really does struggle between the kind of pull of the dark side and the light side. We hope that the Force Unleashed, when it comes out, people will think is a ton of fun because of all of the powers that you have at your disposal, because of the storyline, because of the different environments that you get to explore, and the different characters that you get to interact with. So, and there are a lot of surprises, I think, for Star Wars fans and fans of the films in terms of cameos, the characters that show up, and twists and turns in the storyline, and places that you get to go and things you get to do. Well, we obviously feel that the Star Wars universe is rich and is loved by millions of fans all over the world, so we really wanted to create a game that puts you into the center of that universe, allowed you to go to locations that are both familiar and new, that everything felt like a cinematic Star Wars film experience. Felucia is a fungus world from Episode 3. It's only seen briefly in that film, but there was tons and tons of concept art done about the planet, so we decided to make it a full-fledged planet in The Force Unleashed. You actually go there twice. The first time you go to Felucia, you're hunting down one of the last of the Jedi Council, and then you go back later to look for a rogue Jedi who is hiding out on the planet. And one of our goals with the game was to show how these worlds transform under the influence of the Empire. Raxus Prime is a junkyard world that is rich in various things to use against your enemies. There's also a bunch of natural dangers like giant chasms and toxic waste pools that you have to avoid. Kashyyyk is the Wookiee homeworld that we see in Episode 3, and you go there twice in the game and again get to see the way that the Empire has kind of clamped down and destroyed this planet as they enslave the Wookiees. We've also created a number of new locations, including a TIE fighter construction facility that is where the Empire actually builds their starfighters. And this was an attempt to show the ways in which the Empire is growing their kind of imperial military machine. We are publishing The Force Unleashed on all three platforms, the PlayStation 3, the PSP, and the PlayStation 2, and no matter which one you get, you'll get the same great story, but you also get something new and fresh and unique, whether that's exclusive content such as the Jedi Temple on the PS2 or PSP, or historic missions, which is on the PSP, that allow you to actually take some of these classic moments from the films, such as Luke Skywalker's fight with Darth Vader on Cloud City, and recreate those, but now unleashed and over the top.
Hey guys, we're here at the beautiful Presidio campus of LucasArts in San Francisco to go behind the scenes with the 3D magic and some of your favorite video games. Digital Molecular Matter, aka DMM, is a physics engine for video games by Pixelux, and it made its official premiere in Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. We were granted special access at the Pixelux HQ to see if they can accurately recreate what we destroyed. I'm here with Vic Sohal, who's the Chief Operating Officer at Pixelux, and today we're going to take a look at how realistic their technology is versus smashing things in real life. To help us out, we've got Scott Butterworth from PlayStation The Official Magazine to do the smashing. So is this about right?
That's about right. You got the layers of plywood that's separated. You got all these splinters coming out. You can see the kind of the internal structure. And he's got a really big hammer, which is very dense. And it went right through this very pliable plywood.
So you can make it look just like that?
We can make it look like that.
Would it be pretty hard to do?
No.
No, it's pretty basic for what you do with your technology?
Yeah, we break boards all day.
It's a perfect job for you if you ever need something else. Well, now we finally get to see this DMM stuff in action. So how does the technology actually work?
What it does is it simulates the stress inside of an object. So we break the object up into little shapes called tetrahedrons, and then we simulate the stress of those tetrahedrons. The result is you get something that has a visual kinetic fidelity that is just not available in any other way of modeling things. So we have this material setting window that comes up, and it's got all these numbers that describe how a material behaves. So right now, if I throw something at the wood, it's adjusted to behave like wood. That's splinters and breaks. Okay, so now I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna look at this window, and these skylights are made of glass. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the glass very dense, which is gonna make it very heavy. So now you see the glass, it's not able to stay up there. It starts coming down. You see it's so heavy that it's actually affecting these beams as it hits them.
How did you guys integrate this with Force Unleashed?
Oh, it took a long time. It took 3 years to integrate DMM into the Force Unleashed, and part of the process was developing DMM in conjunction with their requirements. So they had a whole bunch of things they wanted to do. They had this idea of simulation-based gameplay, and they gave us some concept art of people being thrown through walls, things breaking, and they had a lot of excitement in the concept art. And so we basically built the tech to meet that.
Other than video games, where else is DMM being used?
Well, it's being used for disaster planning. It's being used for military simulation. We've had people talk to us about using for medical simulation. It's always neat to see a technology applied in ways that you didn't anticipate.
I heard through the grapevine that you guys made a little avatar of my image. I'm a little nervous about it.
Yes, we did. We took your face and we put on a DMM body.
Well, wowie zowie. Okay, this is a lot better. It does kind of resemble me a little bit.
Yeah. So we're just going to run a simulation.
Am I made of rubber?
You're made of flesh-like rubber, yes.
Vic, thank you so much for showing us your tech today.
Thank you.